Hey, Chris, you need some help there, big guy?
Yeah, I was trying to. I bought some comics in Portland while I was there.
Hold on. First off, guys, since we've been off for a while,
It's
Yeah.
true.
we did get a new show logo made.
That's right. Oh, wait, because we're live. So let's hold on.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Hold the phone, because we both know, or we all know, Kogasu's going to roll up soon, and why not wait for the reveal for him?
Okay.
That's
However, I will say this: we have been off for 2 weeks. The first week, not what was planned last week, unfortunately, was due to YouTube technical issues.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened because I went back today and I loaded up like 3 test streams, and they all worked great.
Proud of you. Also,
Thanks.
Chris, your audio's taking a hit there, buddy. Just heads up. I don't know why.
Not bad.
You're getting here. Mute yourself. Let me test something. Okay, Josh, you mute yourself.
Okay.
Are you muted? He is muted. That's weird. There's just some audio feedback.
I'm muted.
It might be my fan. I'll turn it off.
Maybe. But if it was your fan, it should have gone away when it. Anyway, doesn't matter.
So as I was saying, I bought some.
Yeah.
I bought some issues in Portland. So they need to be,
Maine? Did you go to Portland, Maine?
yeah, Portland, Oregon. So I have to reboard them because they came loose.
Okay.
So what's being sacrificed are issues of Shield that I couldn't possibly care about.
Oh no! But what are you gonna do about Tony Stark's father's secret origins?
No, Matt, you don't understand. I don't care.
Chris.
Yes.
Shield is the greatest thing to ever happen in this or any generation.
The fact that you said that with a straight face means that you're some sort of sociopath.
He is a sociopath. We all know that.
That's hurtful, guys.
You know what you did.
No, I
Yeah.
don't.
You know what you did.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got? So, by the way, Chris, I want to point out to all of our fans listening that Doug successfully gave birth to his child, Lily Talon Raymond.
He didn't give birth. He was there.
Okay,
while
he
the
didn't
mother
give
gave
birth. The mother gave birth. He now has a child. And I got to say, Talon is the most baller middle name ever.
It's pretty good.
Tiebreaker. I was the tiebreaker on that name.
What was the other one?
I think Dragon or Rose or something much lamer, but her name is Lily Talon.
Yes, and also they should dress her up in a baby Talon outfit from Batman for Halloween one day, or just Comic-Con. Why not?
You leave them alone.
You leave them alone.
You leave them alone. You keep your ideas out of this.
Chris, you're being very hurtful.
Put your ideas back in your pocket.
Oh, what we got? So we have a big episode today.
We do.
Well, yeah. Last week we were going to talk about E3. Didn't happen. So I figured this week talk about E3.
We're going to do our E3 predictions because E3 is next week. We are 7 days away.
I have to say that it's going to be pretty exciting to see Sony not there, and also to see. Let's all have fingers crossed on Metroid.
I appreciate
Here's the thing. Here's the thingamajig. Okay, Sony is not at E3, but Sony is kind of just making sure that they dominate the news cycle leading up to E3. Because today, in a prediction none of us would have made.
Oh, Death Stranding?
Not only Death Stranding. Death Stranding is the game coming out this year.
Yeah. Oh, how about last week's Nioh 2 alpha release that's going on right now?
Yeah. So listen to this. And I have this on good authority from insider knowledge. And I was actually going to talk about it last week, but it got confirmed this week by Jason Schreier of Kotaku. Last of Us 2 was actually supposed to be this holiday's game. It was supposed to come out earlier, but they didn't want it to come out too close to Days Gone and cannibalize Days Gone's marketing and sales by being another zombie open world-ish kind of game.
Yeah.
Because if you put Last of Us up against Days Gone, it's no contest.
Yeah.
So they were going to make it a holiday game, and then Kojima was like, yo, dog, we going to be ready to roll this fall. And they were like, oh, shit. So two things are happening. Last of Us, while not officially confirmed yet, is almost guaranteed. The person said that it's now most likely going to be February to March of next year. It's going to take the coveted first-party Sony spring release,
which is a great spot.
Your God of War launch time, your Horizon Zero Dawn launch time, your Days Gone launch time. They're going to take that, and Death Stranding is going to be holiday, which means Ghost of Tsushima is going to be a summer, fall 2020 title, and then next Christmas PlayStation 5 launches. And they have already confirmed, since our last show, PlayStation 5 will be fully backwards compatible to PlayStation 4. They're working on PlayStation 1, 2, and 3. But right off the bat, all of your PS4 games will work.
So anything you can download.
All your downloads, all of your discs.
Oh.
Fully backwards compatible. So what that also means is that our very cynical outlooks that games like Last of Us, Death Stranding, Spider-Man, and all these games were going to have PS5 remasters, they're now just going to be treated like Xbox One X enhanced versions. They're going to release PS5 like enhanced, and then if you have your disc in a PS5, it's going to run much better.
That's cool.
So you no longer need to double dip, which I think is a delightful change of pace for them. Also, Julian is now in chat, so we can now and Julian will now be here because we wanted to wait for you, buddy. Josh, unveil the new logo.
Let me do it. Let me see. I don't really know how to work the thing.
The screen share.
Here we go.
I'm very excited for this.
Here it is.
Okay. Wait, where am I?
There is the new logo, guys.
So good.
That is the official new logo for the NOLA Nerdcast, everybody.
Why am I a fucking Post-it note?
That is.
I should more than you deserve.
First of all, I should 100% be Yamcha in this picture. Why am I a Post-it note? That's what happens
when you find out things before you need to find them out.
No.
But, no. Here's the reality, guys. Here's the new logo.
Yay! I'm Yamcha, and I like his circle says NOLA. Also, Doug makes an amazing Krillin.
He does.
That's the new logo, guys.
Also, real quick, so our friend Sarah, our friend / co-worker of Josh at the Movie Studio Life, Sarah, drew this for us because she's awesome. Who decided who was going to be who?
That was me.
So, all right, then walk us through. Obviously, the thought process of Matthew being Yamcha makes perfect sense.
Okay,
but at the very least, why is Chris Great Saiyaman?
Why isn't he Great Saiyaman? And
because at no point is he flamboyant enough to ever be Saiyaman.
I want to point out that I look like the Ox King and Great Saiyaman's clothing.
You're a fusion. You're a fusion of the two.
You are correct, Chris. We thought that would be hilarious. At first, we were like, all right, let's do Chris the Saiyaman because it would be funny, whatever. And then I was like, no, let's do him as like Mr. Satan, but that wasn't that great. And then we were like, all right, we're going to do something else. And that's what we got. And Chris is magnificent as fuck.
I love it.
Oh my God.
This is
fantastic.
Because he's just Yamcha for life. That's
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Right. Josh, I'm going to need you to send me that file so I can use it to replace the logos on all of our social.
You got it. And then I'm Vegeta with my sports coat and my hat.
With all the buttons on it.
And Doug is Krillin because why not?
You're right. And I like that Doug has the really dark circles under the eye, like a man who is definitely about to become a father and is also living a never-ending stress zone life, like Doug is and does. And he's doing the classic, oh well, shit's gonna fuck up. It's fine. This is our life.
It's very, very good.
This
I love
makes
it.
me very happy. I'm very happy.
It is a great. That's the better one, though.
Actually, please send me both.
I will.
Oh,
it's very good.
Happy.
Both will be sent.
I've been sitting on that for over a week, and I love it.
Oh, you saw it?
Oh, yeah, of course I did.
Okay, you jerks. So, Josh, the one change I would say, and it's a mistake many people make, is they put a space between NOLA and Nerdcast. It's actually one word.
Okay.
Just throwing it out there for future stuff.
Bitch.
It was free. It was free, Matt.
I literally said it's that. I'm just giving you a heads up for future. If we ever do other stuff, you can be like, hey, FYI, one word.
We didn't have anything to do for a whole day at work, and Sarah was like, hey, how about I work on that new logo? And I was like, hey, that's a great idea. Let's do it. And then you guys send me all of these really amazing / awful pictures.
Well, I sent you real pictures. Chris decided to send his fursona.
I feel bad because that's not even my fursona. That's the first image I found of raccoon furry. I just decided to claim it. So I don't know what it means.
So we were in a debate of like, okay, how are we going to do this? And I was like, all right, let's do it Dragon Ball style, because I think it would just be funnier. And then we decided who's who.
Yep.
And I think it worked out great.
I agree. Really I love it.
What was that response?
That was me being really excited.
Oh,
all right.
Man.
So back to E3 predictions, because that's what this show is all about. And the side note being today's biggest news is the one prediction no one ever could have guessed, which is Death Stranding, the game we all joked would be a PS5 title, wouldn't be coming out till 2023, is coming out this November. And this is why that's surprising. This is a game that is on another technical level above anything we've ever seen. Kojima is using the Decima engine, which is on loan to them from the Horizon Zero Dawn people.
Yeah, it looks great.
But you have to understand, Kojima left Konami in 2016 or late 2015. And so he created a studio from scratch and built this game that's going to come out this year in 3 years, when most games of this magnitude take 5 to 6. It's insane. And also kept it so secretive, no one knew what the fuck was happening. We still don't, but it's absolutely insanity. And also, there's a collector's edition that comes with a baby fetus in a jar. So really, game of the year.
So I do have to say that the AV Club did a fantastic write-up of, hey, we're going to try to explain what's going on in Death Stranding, and it's kind of hilarious. So if you ever get a chance to go and take a read of the AV Club little post of them trying to describe what they think is going on in Death Stranding,
yeah,
it's pretty good.
So
I don't know that anyone can tell you about Death Stranding until we actually see it.
Actually, apparently online now there's a bunch of information, and we actually know what the game's about now. It's kind of weird. So I do like the fact that Death Stranding is not just a nonsensical thing. It's a thing that takes place in the game. It's the name of the event that decimated civilization. And the floating creepy things are called BTs. They stand for beach things. And they're things tethered to our world from the other world. And we know other things, like this game's going to have asynchronous multiplayer. People are saying it's going to be similar to Journey, or it's going to be similar to Dark Souls. You don't actually play with other people, but what you do in your game is put up into the cloud and affects other people's games.
Which is kind of cool.
So we have no idea what's going to happen. I'm excited. It's kind of weird. Like, Death Stranding is the rare example of a video game where we really don't know what it is we're getting into. There is no game to base it off of. It's not like, say, Horizon Zero Dawn, where you can say, like, it's like Assassin's Creed meets this. There is no, like, it's this plus this to give people an idea, because Death Stranding is so friggin' unique. What do you compare it to?
I think there is something you can compare it to.
Is it Metal Gear?
Well, it's Kojima. You have to compare it to other Kojima stuff. So yeah, it is. You would have to compare it to like Metal Gear, but I think this is like a long form thing that he's been going towards. And I don't know, looking at the video and looking how beautiful just the visuals of the game and the work they put into the character design is unreal.
Oh yeah.
It's unreal. It looks like it's the actors actually there.
No, and it's crazy because again, this is technology that they've built and refined upon, and this is what's crazy about this tangentially is that because they're using the Horizon Zero Dawn engine, knowing what they have and sharing the data with Kojima means Horizon Zero Dawn 2 is going to have character models looking like that.
Yeah, that's going to be insane.
So anyway, PS5 is going to be lit, y'all. Okay, so E3 without Sony this year, because they're sticking to their directs and special things, because we also know Last of Us is going to have its own stream coming up really soon. So that's cool. But this is the list and the schedule. I will put it into Central Time for you guys.
Ooh, okay.
So it all kicks off with Microsoft at Sunday at 3. Bethesda, Sunday at 7:30. Both of these PM, so 3 p.m. and 7:30 p.m.
Should we talk about how do we feel about these conferences?
Yeah, let's do that.
Actually, let's go through that. Actually, that's a great way to put it. How about this? We'll go through and give our predictions per conference.
Let's do it.
And in Kugasu, feel free to jump in. All right, so Microsoft. Now, before we start, let me say this: is I've heard from many people in the industry that Microsoft is viewing this as a do or die scenario because they can't, in their own words, they can't put just a good show.
They have to do a great. They have to do an amazing.
And this is why, because they're carrying E3 by themselves. Nintendo's not doing a press conference. Sony's not doing a press conference. So if their press conference isn't great and elevates this E3, then everyone that goes, oh, Sony quit, so E3 sucks, is proven right. Whether or not that's true or not, it's the perception of it. This is Microsoft's E3. They pretty much have this thing solo. Yeah, there'll be lots of third-party games there that'll be on both systems, but this is Microsoft's show. Sony is not there. There is going to be no conference to be compared to, but if it doesn't blow everyone's minds, then they're going to be like, yeah, I guess what's the point of E3 conferences anymore? Like, Sony had the right call. And that kind of a lot of pressure to be put under.
But it's a great place for game developers. At the end of the day, I think E3 is probably one of the better places for game developers as well. But Microsoft has to knock it out of the park. They really have to ship something that no one is expecting. And I don't know what that could be, even if it's like a Fable 4. Like, I still don't think that's large enough to bring people in. Or if it's a new IP that we have.
Oh, it's going to be both. It's going to be a mix of both. But here's the thing, is last year Microsoft did really well and I think excelled over Sony, even though Sony focused on like a lot of big games. Microsoft came out, and even though a lot of the games weren't exclusive, they were shown off first at their conference, so they had like that elevatedness. Like Devil May Cry 5 was shown off for the first time. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice was shown off for the first time. They announced all of their studio acquisitions, which I think you're going to get more of. But they showed Battlefield 5. They showed Cyberpunk there. They showed Dying Light 2. They showed Fallout 76. Like all of these games that, they showed Jump Force, Just Cause 4, Kingdom Hearts 3, Metro Exodus, Nier. All of those games came out on other systems. Oh yeah, Tales of Vesperia, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Division 2. Like, so even though they weren't exclusives, they came off as like they were all at their conference, so de facto Xbox games type of scenario. That's what they need to do again. And here's my rumor. I think we're going to see From Software's new game, the one that was in partnership with George R.R. Martin.
Really? Do you think it's going to be like a timed exclusive to Microsoft? Or I
don't think it's going to be exclusive. I just think they're going to show it off at their conference, just like Sekiro. And before that, Dark Souls.
Yeah,
like
that does.
So
that does seem like it's something, but I don't know if that's still something. I think Microsoft needs to show something of theirs and not something that's going to be
100%. We're going to get Gears 5 with a huge demo and a release date. We're going to get probably the first Halo Infinite. These are my predictions. Halo Infinite gameplay, a huge blowout of what the next gen system's going to be about.
Oh yeah, because they are going to talk about the new Xbox.
We're going to get the new Fable, and it's going to be amazing. I have very high hopes for it because it's made by a completely different team. I guarantee this is the year we get Battletoads.
Okay.
Calling it. Chris, you're of the three of us, you are the biggest Xbox dude.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
What would Microsoft have to show to have you declare this the apex of E3?
I think the times when companies win E3 are times when they have a wide array of stuff to announce. Not one big knockout blow, but lots of mid-range.
And then some big ones.
And yeah, I mean, Halo Infinite and Gears, I think would classify as your big ones. But I also think you need some stuff for specifically for Game Pass, some stuff from your indies, some mid-range exclusives, timed exclusives, whatever. Your usual band of shooters. I think that's the strength of Microsoft, and that's what they need to focus on.
You know
because I don't know that they have like one big game in their pipeline.
It would have to be Halo Infinite.
Have a bunch of little ones.
I think because I predict Halo Infinite is a cross-gen game.
With that in PC?
What?
With that in PC?
No, like Xbox One and then an Xbox and PC.
Right. So X5
with cross-play as well. But here's
the other thing. Cross-play is going to be a big deal with Microsoft because I know they've been hinting at the PC Xbox cross-play thing, and they've been working on the infrastructure for that. So if they come out with the cross-play thing even more and more, I don't know, it will lock down some more people.
Yep. So yeah, I definitely think From Software comes out and unveils their new game that's being written by George R.R. Martin, which, by the way, is both cool, but also, if everyone's clamoring for you to finish your fucking books, do you really want to come out and announce that instead you've been writing a video game? Like, come on, guys.
He's been writing a ton of other shit that's not Game of Thrones.
Yeah, he came out and did that press conference. He's like, I've been doing all this other stuff. And people were like, the book, yo. Anyway,
what about those books?
So here's the thing. I think Microsoft has formulated really strong partnerships in the past with Square Enix.
You think we're going to see the Final Fantasy VII?
Like, no, because that's been confirmed to be a timed PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
That marketing is with Sony. I'm talking about their non-RPGs. They've like anything from Crystal Dynamics or Eidos has always been shown. Yeah. So Square Enix just made a huge announcement on Twitter and said Avengers is going to be at the Square Enix show. We're finally going to see the Square Enix press conference. But what's happened in recent years is even though EA, Ubisoft, and Square Enix have had their own press conferences, they've also debuted stuff at other people, at Sony and Microsoft. So I think 100% we get a teaser of Avengers, like a debut trailer, and then they say it ends with find out more at the Square Enix conference, and we get actual gameplay at the Square Enix conference, but we get the debut Avengers at Microsoft.
Okay.
I get that.
And I also, at the same time, think CD Projekt Red comes out and shows us a playable demo of Cyberpunk, followed by Ubisoft coming out and showing off a teaser of Splinter Cell.
I was going to say that I think Splinter Cell would be one of their big mid gets.
So are we really thinking about Splinter Cell? Here's the
thing. There's too much smoke for there not to be a fire with a new Splinter Cell coming out. Because what I heard was one was in the works and got scrapped, and they started fresh, and that's why it's taking so long.
Okay.
But I really, truly believe that Splinter Cell, it'll be like the one last thing kind of moment at the Ubisoft conference or something. It might not be at Microsoft, but I would be flabbergasted if it wasn't at Ubisoft. And I don't think anywhere close to being done.
Do you think that they would make an overt tie into this Ubisoft cinematic universe?
Oh yes, 100% with the Ghost Recons and stuff.
The Ghost Recon, the Division, Far Cry. You think they would make the Splinter Cell more overt?
Yes, because they've already tied it into Ghost Recon with the Wildlands Splinter Cell mission, where you teamed up with Sam Fisher.
Yeah.
So, yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, here's another thing I predict. And I don't know if it's at Microsoft for the following reason. I think this is the E3 that Rocksteady unveils their Justice League game. Because now, whether or not this is a Justice League game or not, I don't know. But we know they're working on a game that uses multiple heroes. But I'm not 100% sure it would be at Microsoft's, because if they have the marketing rights to Avengers, does Warner Brothers want to strike a deal with someone that's going to be advertising their direct competitor of Marvel? And do they then go with Sony, who is the marketing partner for all of the Arkham games? Don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's something we'll wait and see in a few days.
However, I do believe both Avengers and Rocksteady's new game both get unveiled this E3.
Okay.
So what about you guys? Anything else for Microsoft? What Chris, you were kind of like vague and you said you hope for like a wide range of things, but what game besides Splinter Cell would you crave to be unveiled?
Well, I crave Halo Infinite. I crave Splinter Cell. I kind of would really love for the Crystal Dynamics Tomb Raider people to have something. I don't think Tomb Raider. I think Tomb Raider's a little dead.
They are having something.
Well,
they're the ones making Avengers.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's the Tomb Raider team. The Crystal Dynamics team is making Tomb Raider or Avengers.
Then yeah, I think that's about it. I think the real thing will be what they announce on Game Pass.
Yes,
I think Game Pass is a growing kind of avenue for them, and I really am fond of Game Pass, but it's 100 games, and I would say 75 of them are not anything that I would be interested in. But I want to know what their plans are. Are they gonna make explicit more AAA titles for it? Are they gonna bring in more other weird things for it? I don't know.
Yeah, well, because they announced like all of their first-party games are going to Game Pass day one. So Halo and Gears will be Xbox Game Pass games, which I think is awesome. So
it really worked really well for Crackdown.
It did, especially for you.
Yeah, it was a brief 10 hours.
Yeah, but it was a fun 10 hours for us.
Yeah.
So we know. Never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, you are. Next conference.
So is that it for Microsoft that you think?
Yes.
I'm trying to think. All right, here's the thing. What do you think the price of the next Xbox will be? Or do you think it'll have multiple versions?
I think there will be two versions. I think the high-end model will be $400.
Really?
I do, and I think the low-end model will be $350.
Really?
See,
You guys think that's cheap?
I think they would be going $499 because they proved with the One X that price works if you're leveling yourself as the most powerful box.
I don't know. I think we're going to see the first, not the first, but I think we're going to see $599s.
You think?
Yeah.
I think that's way too much.
I think that's DOA. We already know Sony hasn't announced the price, but they already said they will be selling at a loss for the PS5. They are out of the gate. They're gonna let PlayStation Plus subscriptions and games and stuff subsidize the cost of the system, and right off the bat, they will not be selling at a profit. So I highly doubt at least PlayStation does not go the $599 route.
I think when you start saying $599, like that's a choking amount of money.
Well, especially because unlike phones and iPads and stuff that people are used to paying $1,000 for, because then you split the cost over monthly installments, it never feels as bad. You can't do that with a game console.
Yeah.
Also, I think the $599 price point has been forever poisoned by the PS3 debacle.
Yeah.
$599 US.
That's why I think 400 is the right
I
limit.
think my personal guess is 400 for the lower model, 500 for the higher end model with a bigger hard drive and whatnot.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe with a game packed in. I wish we could go back to those times.
Oh yeah, those were some good times.
Yeah, who loves playing the bouncer?
Oh, I did. I loved the bouncer. It's so
No,
bad.
you didn't.
I
Shut
did.
up.
I 100% at that game.
You 100% every game. Shut up.
Yeah, but that was back in a time when I didn't, because there were no trophies.
Get out of here.
Anyway, next up is Ubisoft. Oh, I'm sorry, Bethesda.
You're
Sunday,
about to- you're
Sunday
about
at 7:30. So, how long do you think Bethesda will show a sizzle reel of pretending that Fallout 76 was a huge success?
I don't think they are.
I think they will.
I think it'll be in the sizzle reel for less than 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, I think they'll show like someone's head exploding, something like that.
Yeah.
No, I guarantee. I will. All right, I will make this bet. This is the bet of Josh that still never paid me for the Metroid win.
What are you talking about? I predicted like not only last year. I predicted Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, but then I
and
predicted Metroid, and you were like, "There's no way." And then
Metroid didn't happen.
this is Metroid Prime 4.
Did they
It
show
got
it?
announced. Yes. Oh,
Okay, got it now.
wait, real quick. All of a sudden, are you claiming that a title screen doesn't count anymore? Because that's gonna completely invalidate your Elder Scrolls 6.
Okay, all right. We're tied. We're broke even. All right, let's
All
do
right,
this.
But I guarantee you that they will have a prolonged look at Fallout 76, whether it's a new expansion coming to it or just one of those statistic trailers that's like X amount of people have done this X amount of times. The kind of thing that people do to drive up, make it seem like it's more popular than it is.
Now, I have to agree with you because I was going to say I think they're going to release some DLC for the Fallout game.
Like, are we talking like a DLC or a full-fledged expansion? Because I don't think an
DLC.
expansion.
They're not going to release a paid expansion. It's going to be a deal. It's going to be like how they do the Elder Scrolls Online expansion.
Yeah, I think they're going to do something of that nature. But what I really think I think we're going to see Starfield.
Maybe.
I really think we're going to see Starfield. I think we're going to see some probably like alpha footage of Starfield, and then we're going to see a little alpha footage of Elder Scrolls.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the thing that I think. We already know Bethesda will never have a relationship with Sony. Like, they're in bed with Microsoft hardcore whenever it comes to deals and marketing and stuff.
Doom Eternal. I think
Doom Eternal is going to be a huge blow. We're going to get a release date. We're going to get a blowout demo. We're going to get a whole lot on Wolfenstein Youngblood because that comes out soon. And I think the Youngblood will lead into a teaser for Wolfenstein 3 because they said Youngblood is not 3. Youngblood takes place between 2 and 3, and they have a third planned. It's a trilogy. But Doom Eternal, I think, takes the big focus this year.
Yeah, Doom Eternal is going to have a lot. They are going to focus a lot of time on Doom Eternal, and they're going to show everything it can do, and they're probably going to say, "Hey, there's going to be some exclusive stuff on the Xbox because of whatnot, and so on and so on and so on."
Oh,
and then what's up?
No, Chris, you're going to be happy about this. So after Dishonored 2 kind of shat the bed sales-wise,
yes,
Arcane was pulled off to start helping with other games. They designed the levels for Wolfenstein Youngblood. So Wolfenstein's going to play like Dishonored.
That's really good.
And
I think that could be very interesting.
I also hope that we will get a look at whatever their next actual game is.
Yeah, that would be something nice.
I would like that. Yeah, I think you're pretty spot on with everything from Bethesda. I mean, we know they're. I'm sorry, go on.
Oh no, I was just saying it's a little easier with companies like Bethesda and Square and Ubisoft because we know what kind of games they have outside of a few outliers. The biggest surprises are always stuff like Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony because who knows what they're going to show off.
That's a good point.
I think we're going to get some really good footage of Starfield.
I hope you're right because we know Starfield is coming before Elder Scrolls.
Yeah. And we have the next gen coming up, and we know both of these games are definitely going to be next gen games. There's no doubt about it. But I'm going to say this: I have my guts telling me this, and this might be my wild prediction. I think we're going to get a Fallout 3 re-release.
Oh, I 100% believe that.
I was about to say I was expecting them to re-release Skyrim again.
Well, I actually think going off what you said, I'm not sure if it's going to be a re-release so much as they're going to release Fallout 3 on Switch.
Something of that nature. I think we're going to see Fallout 3 again. Some kind of like here's this, here's an HD. Because if there's a Fallout on Switch, like Fallout 3 on Switch, I think that's like holy fucking shit.
However, here's what I also expect from Bethesda, and this is less of a positive thing, is there's going to be a long stretch of us being bored when they go through the Elder Scrolls Online, Elder Scrolls Blades on mobile, and Elder Scrolls Legends, their continuing card game. They're going to go over those because they're money makers for them and they're part of their lineup. So of course they have to talk about them. It's like EA talk about FIFA and Madden, but it's just going to be us being really like, okay, what about Starfield?
Yeah, let's see Starfield. Let's see what you guys have. Like, let's see the new engine. Let's see what this is looking like.
Yeah. So now, anything else on Bethesda? What's your wildest prediction besides Josh thinking we're going to see Elder Scrolls 6?
I was
what?
I was right about Elder Scrolls 6 last year, so
You sure were.
In the loosest sense of the term, yes.
I mean, technically, he was right. And that's the best kind of right, is technically.
It's true. That's what Futurama taught us.
I don't know what to expect from Bethesda, honestly. I mean, I think I don't know what else they could possibly have in the pipeline.
Yeah, well, who knows? That's the thing. Like, it'd be nice if Bethesda, Starfield's their first new IP in ages, so it'd be nice if they could surprise us with something. Arcane's the only chance we have of like a new shocker. So who knows? Yeah. So next up is one I'm pretty sure we can skip.
Okay.
It's Monday at noon. It's the PC gaming show hosted by Epic. So it's probably just going to be a whole bunch of indie games and then a couple big name IPs. And since it's hosted by Epic, we'll probably get new info on Dauntless and Fortnite and stuff like that. Probably some giveaways for the store. But the PC gaming show has always been the least of them all. And I include Devolver and Limited Run Games as mini conferences in that.
Yeah.
So next, Monday at 3, Big Boy Ubisoft.
Oh.
This is the one where they announced that they have 4 new unannounced games coming. One of them was already leaked, and it's a roller derby game.
Yeah.
But it plays like Rocket League. It's Rocket League meets roller derby, and I think that is gonna do well. So that's not so much a prediction as it is a confirmation. However, here's my prediction, and I'm calling this now. Besides Splinter Cell, Watch Dogs 3 this year, maybe not releasing this year, but announced this year, and the rumor that it takes place in London is happening, and the rumor that they've removed all guns from the game, and you have to play the game non-lethally with tasers and batons and stuff.
I think that's fantastic. I when I read that rumor, I was very excited about it. I love the Watch Dogs series.
Well, yeah.
It's great. They're great. I don't care what anyone says.
And also, Watch Dogs 2, it was so weird because the story was all about like rising up and being a pacifist, and then you could 3D print guns and go on a rampage. And apparently they heard that and they patched it and stuff to like make your non-lethal stuff more viable and push you towards that route. And I think it makes sense if the game takes place in London, because London, it's a lot harder to just grab guns and go crazy. Mm-hmm. So I really like the idea of them going full on non-lethal, because the whole point is you're supposed to be a hacker leading a revolution. You're not supposed to be like some kind of murder person, like
murder psychopath.
Yeah.
And I think Watch Dogs gets kind of a bad rap because of Watch Dogs 1. I think Watch Dogs 2 is one of the best games that came out in this generation.
Yes.
And I don't know that a lot of people got to it. Well,
Watch Dogs 2 was a victim of multiple things. The first was the massive hype. Like, Watch Dogs 1 was as hyped as the original Destiny was. It was the game that was leading us into the next gen, the PS3 360 era. And then it didn't come. It came out and was just good. But then Ubisoft did what Ubisoft does, and the sequel was far and away better than the original. But Watch Dogs 2 was burnt by Watch Dogs 1 overhype. And Watch Dogs 1 released in May to zero competition, and Watch Dogs 2 released the same week as I think Call of Duty and something. Like they put it smack dab in it was the November holiday game.
Yeah.
And you just not every game's a holiday game, guys. There's 11 more months out of the year.
Watch Dogs is a great spring game.
Yeah. Like
So-
I will forever not understand how Sony can always grasp that concept that you can release games throughout the year, major games, and it doesn't affect anything. It's fine. If anything, they'll get a second life during the holidays.
Well, I really don't want to. I want to hurry up and get to the meat of what Ubisoft is really going to show. And I think
Just Dance 2020.
What's that?
Just Dance 2020.
Yes, Just Dance 2020. No, Beyond Good and Evil 2.
So you think we're actually going to get a gameplay and release date?
I think we're going to see it all. I think they're going to show it all. I think this is going to be the Beyond Good and Evil 2 year. I'm hoping.
I hope. It'd be awesome. There's so many games from Ubisoft coming out that I want, like Watch Dogs and Splinter Cell, sure, but we also have Ghost Recon Breakpoint that they unveiled recently, and that's going to be coming out, the follow-up to Wildlands.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We have, we know we're going to have their normal fare. We know the the roller derby game's coming. You know what game I would love to come back?
Well,
Give us a new Rayman Legends.
Oh yeah,
It's been a while. Man.
that was a Wii U game, was it not?
It was.
Yeah, they deserve a fresh one.
Oh my god, I just thought of something.
What?
Mario and Rabbids 2.
no.
The most under, like no one saw that game coming, and it was so good. We need a sequel, so bad. And yes, Julian, I agree. Just Dance 2020 will come out on the original Wii, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, well,
Like, how cool is that?
what? The games are still coming on the original Wii?
Like, yeah, Just Dance is like the only games that come out on the Wii still, and they still sell like gangbusters. It's
insanity.
It is insanity.
They still make games for the Wii. Is insane.
Yeah, but not the Wii U. That's what's funny. Just Dance does not come out on the Wii U anymore, but it comes out on the original Wii.
Well, they know.
Exactly. But I think it's funny that they just straight up admit it like that.
Yeah, it's harsh.
So do you think we'll get any For Honor at Ubisoft?
I think we'll get some For Honor, either esports thing or some new DLC, maybe a new faction.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think For Honor's been For Honor is like Rainbow Six Siege, where it's a slow starter but a solid starter.
Yep, exactly.
So there will be something. I think we can expect something from Siege too, like some sort of tournament.
Siege and For Honor are both doing really well as games as a service, and Division 2 is doing really well. They just released the first raid, so Division 2 is doing crazy well. It's currently the top selling game of 2019.
We'll probably see some Division 2 DLC also.
Agreed. We'll probably get a trailer for the first one.
It's weird because Ubisoft's got so much, and it's kind of absurd the amount of just properties that they have that they just go like, hey, here it is. Hey, here we go. Here, how about this? We just make video games.
And what's crazy is that they've already confirmed that this is going to be a year Assassin's Creed skips. They're pulling in Origins and giving it a year to breathe. And next year we're going to get Assassin's Creed. I don't know what it's called. People are tossing around the name Ragnarok because it deals with Vikings. And if they've following the Origins and Odyssey, they're going to lean heavily into the mythology of the region. So instead of Anubis and Greek gods, we're going to get fucking
Norse gods.
And I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
I only worry that it's a little too similar to God of War.
Shut up.
Well, who knows? That's the thing. Maybe that's why they're giving it another year so they can differentiate it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But yeah, I think Ubisoft's going to finish up their conference with Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Oh my god, I just thought of another game that's most likely going to be at Microsoft's conference.
What?
Really?
Borderlands 3.
You think so?
Definitely.
I never said Borderlands 3.
No, I'm saying you think so. You think they're going to show that?
I do. I think Borderlands 3 will show up, and I think the EA Star Wars game, Fallen Jedi, will show up. Because we already know EA is it has its own dedicated live stream to the gameplay reveal of the game.
Yeah.
But I also think they're going to have a conference unveiling because we already know Microsoft got the marketing deal for it. So
I was thinking about where was Borderlands going to be thrown at since Sony's not going to be there.
Oh, Borderlands is already marketing deal with Microsoft is getting really aggressive with marketing deals. They've got Borderlands, they've got Avengers, they've got Cyberpunk, they've got Fallout. I mean, they've got Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. They're doing really well with nabbing the big games.
So is this might be a rumor, and I want to be corrected, but I'm hearing some rumors about some Borderlands 2 DLC coming out.
Yes, I heard that too. It's gonna brand new Borderlands 2 DLC that bridges the story gap between 2 and 3.
All right, so it's not crazy talk.
No, and it's perfect timing because Sony just announced that the June PlayStation Plus skits, the ones in E3 month, is the Borderlands Handsome Jack collection.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to play that DLC right off the bat, and Sonic Mania. So it's
Which is not a bad lineup.
Which I think is funny because Sonic was originally supposed to come out in June, and you know that's why they had Sonic Mania released for the June month. But then Sonic got delayed till next year. So, womp womp.
Womp womp.
So yeah, anything left for Ubi?
Nope.
No. I think we've covered what I would expect to show up.
Just Dance.
Just Dance.
It'll be okay. Oh, so here's something that just popped up on my feed. Apparently, Ninja Theory's new game has been leaked. Their first game as a Microsoft studio. So the people that brought us Hellblade.
What is it?
It's called codename Bleeding Edge, a cooperative multiplayer online story-based interplanetary action game.
That's a lot happening.
You're calling it a mix between Warframe and Destiny.
That is an awful lot of syllables to throw at it.
It is. I'm just telling you what it is. But it's going to be Microsoft exclusive, and it's basically going to be Destiny, but with it's going to be action melee based with like Anthem style robots.
Okay.
And speaking of Anthem,
Sure.
let's just officially change its name to Eulogy, because EA released their list of games they're doing streams and announcements for at E3, and Anthem is not on the list.
Wow.
This is a game that's less than 3 months old, and it's already been killed.
I knew I kind of had a feeling that this was going to be the way they can get rid of BioWare.
It just sucks.
It
And
does.
I knew because it was EA. If this was Ubisoft, Anthem 6 months from now would be a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Because Ubisoft understands the concept of nurturing an underperforming game because you know you can find an audience.
Yeah.
EA goes, oh, you weren't a massive success from the get-go? You're done.
We got to murder you. We're murdering our baby, everybody.
Yeah, we're gonna put you in a sack and throw you in the river.
It makes me sad.
It should. It's depressing.
No, it really is.
Womp
'Cause
womp.
I think the bones are there for Anthem, but
They are. It needed content, it needed updates, and it didn't get them.
it needs love.
That needed to be Mass Effect. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
well.
what else from Ubisoft are you expecting?
That's it.
Okay.
Except I also, so we know Ubisoft is one of the last studios to do the patented, one more thing.
They do love that.
Like Microsoft and Ubisoft are the only ones that do that now. And I think it's going to be Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell or Watch Dogs 3. It's going to be one of those, or blow me away with a completely out of left field brand new IP reveal. Please.
You think they do a remaster of the first Assassin's Creed?
Maybe.
Ooh, first Assassin's Creed remaster would be nice.
Like the Ezio trilogy,
because
Yeah,
apparently
kind of.
or just Altair.
Also,
well, Assassin's Creed 3's remaster was really good.
Yeah.
well, if I may, if you were to redo any of them, redo Altair's. Make it closer to the new ones, Odyssey.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, why not? I like throwing out pipe dreams at E3, like my like all the Final Fantasies on a Switch cartridge.
Yeah.
I like
That's
throwing
a
that
good
out.
one.
It's never going to happen, but I like throwing it out periodically.
Hey, you
When-
never know.
Win Square's conference, because I want to say that.
Okay.
Merp, merp.
All right. So who's next?
Next up, we have Monday at 8. Monday is a busy day. Square Enix.
Oh, Square's conference.
Square. So we all know Square does not do a conference every year, and that means when they do, they are very confident with the list of games they have to show. And you have to remember, Square is not just RPGs, so it's also anything Crystal Dynamics or Eidos do. So we know we're getting Avengers.
This
We
means
know
that
there's
we.
going to be a dedicated amount of time to Final Fantasy VII Remake because the rumors, if the rumors are true, Part 1 comes out this year, this holiday, which, along with Death Stranding, is the 1-2 punch of holy shit, never saw that coming,
Yeah.
if true.
I just don't understand how the episodic thing's gonna work. I don't know why they just don't release it as a full game.
By disc.
No, I get that. I just don't.
It's going to work like it did on discs on the PS1.
Yeah.
We're going to get to a certain point. It's going to be like, to be continued. People have predicted that it's probably going to end around the time you get the tiny Bronco plane. So
Yeah.
about the time the world map opens up instead of being more linear. So who knows? I mean, all we know is that the most recent news is that the episodes are going to release a lot closer together than most people assume.
Okay. I like hearing that.
So take it with a grain of salt because it's oh man, Julian, I wish someone would bring back Legacy of Kain. Fuck. So yeah, Square Enix.
Yeah. I think.
I'm going to throw out my prediction again for all the Final Fantasies on Switch, except for 8, because fuck 8.
But they're already all out on Switch.
1 through 6.
Oh, you're right. Except 8. Fuck 8.
Yeah.
I don't know
Okay.
why. No one understands why 8 doesn't get it.
Didn't I read that they lost the source code to 8?
That's a rumor. It is. So who knows?
Who knows?
I also want to say that I think Square is going to they're gonna surprise us with something. Maybe something Deus Ex related.
Yeah. Man, I hope so. But they did mention that Deus Ex is dormant.
I feel like it might be something Chrono Trigger related.
That could be something.
I would lose my mind if Chrono Trigger got a re-release of some form. I think I want it to happen. I'm willing it to happen. I'm calling it. It's happening again. It's happening. It's happening.
I think we're going to see a Chrono Trigger Chrono Cross release.
Do you want like a fresh, all new remake of Chrono Trigger, or do you want just like a remaster for the Switch?
Here's the thing. I don't want. Here's my dream, Chris. I don't need it to have a Final Fantasy VII remake level of like updated. I would love Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger to be redone on the Octopath Traveler engine.
Okay.
That's what I want. That level of update where it's still pixel art, but it's so clearly more than anything that ever could have worked on a Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could be something.
Yeah. So, there's that.
There is that.
I think Kingdom Hearts 3 gets its first DLC ever.
What do you think that their DLC is?
I have no idea. Probably something big, though. Something that's never been brought into a Kingdom Hearts game before. Maybe the first Marvel or Star Wars world.
Oh, thank you for bringing up Octopath Traveler. I think we're going to see, because I know they did announce a PC release, I think we're going to see a PlayStation and Xbox release.
You think so?
Yeah, I really do. I think the game is too much of a success, and it has too much of a following.
That's an interesting thing. Let me find out something. I'm going to type something in. You keep going with your predictions while I look it up.
Yeah, I do really think we're going to see, because if we're seeing a PC release real soon of Octopath Traveler, I think we're going to see an Xbox and we're going to see a PlayStation release. of the game.
Actually, you
That
know
is-
what? Okay,
Those achievements are going to be a bitch.
I can see that because I just checked it up. Octopath was not financed or funded by Nintendo. So, yeah, fair game. I think we might get the first tease of Octopath 2.
That would be nice. That
Either,
would be
either Octopath 2 or Bravely Default 3. One of them.
Is it? Yeah. Weren't correct me if I'm mistaken, but at the last couple of E3s, didn't they announce that they were working on some more RPGs from their RPG house?
Correct. So
So-
it's the studio that brought us I Am Setsuma and Lost Sphere. So it's been about 2 years since they released the new game. So it's about time that they unveil their next one.
Yeah, because it is. I think Matt, you're right with something with Square doing a conference, and they've teased Final Fantasy VII. They have something. They have something else.
That's the thing, exactly, right?
They have something else that they're ready to show.
The video game industry is fraught with when there's too much smoke, there's got to be a fire. Like this many rumors from this many people don't come from nowhere.
Yeah,
Not
they
usually.
have
There's
something
always
to say.
exceptions to the rule where everyone gets something wrong. But like, and also plans change. Case in point, Last of Us was supposed to be this holiday, but they
Yeah.
pushed it back to give it more time and less crunch. So, cool. Now, Square Enix, we know the RPG side of things is pretty much going to be dominated by Final Fantasy VII.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, and I think Yoko Taro has been working on the next Nier game,
Mhm.
and I think it's going to be a Switch exclusive this time.
Okay.
Okay.
I can see that. I can really see that. And
Because
we might see it here.
and here's why. We know that Square is still primarily a Japanese company.
The
And
Switch
even
is-
though they've gone global, the Switch, even though it came out 2.5 years later than the PlayStation 4 in Japan, has now outsold the PlayStation 4 in Japan.
Yeah.
So, because Japan is a nation of travelers and commuters and handheld devices, the Switch just feeds every need they have. And
no
so
beat,
you're
right?
so you're going to start seeing because that wasn't portable. But I think you're going to start seeing Square shifting their resources to the Switch. Also, I think we're going to get Sega will officially unveil Persona 5 for Switch. I'm calling it. Persona 5 Royal is coming to PlayStation, but I think eventually it'll also come out to Switch.
Why would Sega do that? Am I missing something?
Sega makes Persona.
Does Sega own Atlus?
Yes, they do.
I did not know that.
Yeah, not recently. Maybe in the past 5 years they bought them out.
I like that. I like that option a lot. About Persona 5 on the Switch.
Now, Avengers. All we know about this game is that it's Avengers and that it's supposed to play like Destiny, but with Avengers.
What
So,
does that mean? It was like a shooter?
like a team-based, loot-based game.
Okay. I mean, I think that's. I don't know how else you would do it because the Avengers. There's such different play styles for each one. So
Yeah. I think it's gonna be more like a mix between the way Anthem works and the way Marvel Ultimate Alliance works, where your customization is more in how you spec out your character, but you also could equip those things that gave you passive boosts and stuff. So you still had armor and stuff you could equip to your superheroes in Marvel Ultimate Alliance, even though it never made any sense and didn't affect who they were as characters, but it was always like Chitauri armor plus 20 to defense and a passive energy buff or something. Like that's rife for a loot drop game.
yeah, I get that.
So who knows? Because this game started back when the Destiny style game was the hottest of hot shit. And that's the problem when games take 5 to 6 years is when you base it on a current trend. By the time it comes out, that trend might be gone.
Good
Yeah.
point.
Oh yeah, Julian asked, Square has a second Platinum game, so we know with Nintendo they're doing Astral Chain, which we're gonna get to Nintendo. But yeah, it's called Babylon's Fall. That was the other game they announced last year. We don't know much about it. We just know it's Platinum Games' new game, and it's being produced by Square Enix.
So you think we'll see something from it this
I think
year?
we'll get gameplay and a release date for Babylon's Fall, because most people have forgotten about it. I know I sure as fuck did.
I completely
Yeah.
forgot about it.
Now, The final one is Nintendo.
Right.
So the first question becomes, does Nintendo do what they've done the past 2 years and focus solely on one game? Or do you think the Nintendo lineup and the Switch lineup is so healthy now that they can finally branch out and let multiple games be the spotlight? Or do you think we get a single game focus again? Because 2 years ago it was Zelda. Last year it was Smash Brothers.
I think it's Metroid year.
Do you think that's the game they focus their whole show on?
I think
I would like for it to be Metroid. But
I
think
would
it's going to be the game they're going to show at the end of the conference. I think they're going to show a lot of just like, oh, this is coming onto the Switch. This is going to be on the Switch. Hey, look, Witcher 3 is on the Switch.
I'm so sorry. 2016 was the Zelda year.
Well, I mean, they already, correct me if I'm wrong, they already have a separate event for Pokemon.
Yes. So I don't think it's going to be Pokemon. Game Freak tends to do their own thing. My fear, and I say this only because I find the franchise incredibly boring, but Nintendo knows it's huge. I worry that it's going to be Animal Crossing. I really pray we don't have an E3 that's dedicated to Animal Crossing.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's Metroid. Best case scenario, Metroid, and worst case scenario, Animal Crossing. But
now, here's my
right. Like,
here's my next prediction. I think Astral Chain is going to be way bigger than any of us predict. I think Nintendo is pushing it in a way that they have not pushed a third-party game in a while. If you go on their Twitter, Nintendo has tweeted about Astral Chain every day for the past 3 weeks.
Weird.
So Astral Chain, I think, is going to be huge. I don't know if it's going to be one of those and it's out today things. I don't know if it's going to be their big holiday push, but I think Astral Chain has a big presence this year.
Okay.
I think they're going to go all out because they know Platinum Games is the hot shit coming off of Nier Automata. So between that, I think. Now, what about Bayonetta 3? Speaking of Platinum, we haven't heard anything from Bayonetta since 2 years ago at the Game Awards when they gave us a teaser trailer.
Actually, this might be a really large, they're just going to show a lot of games because Fire Emblem, Mario Maker,
exactly.
Bayonetta, this might be something they're just going to show a lot. Oh, the Link's Awakening.
Yep. I really hope so. I hope that, and I hope we get Metroid Prime Trilogy. I hope we get Metroid Prime 4. I worry about I'm sorry, what?
Marvel Alliance.
Yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I worry we won't get Metroid Prime 4 following the rumor that the entire progress was scrapped and started fresh, which makes me sad, but it is what it is.
And then it's that Fallout. I think we're also going to see Fallout 3. I like that. I really like that weird thing that could happen.
I'll throw a wild card in there. I think we see something about the next Mario.
I agree. I think, that's a good point. I think either we get a tease for the next Mario or the next Zelda.
I think it's too soon because they've already got a Zelda coming out this year. I think another Mario would make more sense.
Now, do they count Mario Maker as a Mario game?
That's true.
No. I mean, well, it does have a story mode, so
because it's weird. Nintendo's weird like that though, because they historically don't release multiple games of a single franchise per generation. Think back. True. GameCube had
game, right? What if we get a Kirby game out of nowhere?
We already had Star Allies, so we might get another Kirby game. We're not going to get a Yoshi because that just came out this year. We could get a new Star Fox. This could be the year we finally get a new F-Zero game.
Ooh, yeah.
What about I don't know, a Punch-Out?
See, that'd be dope too. What dormant Nintendo franchise would you like to see come back?
I don't know.
Because for me, it's 100% Advance Wars. Or Golden Sun. Give us Golden Sun, son.
I know how Julian's going to react to this, but I think if they get their hands on a Castlevania,
Oh yeah,
That would be something.
like a dope ass new Castlevania game.
I don't know that it's gonna.
Like a new Mario RPG game.
Yeah, that'd be something
Never get
too.
my hopes up. It's never happening.
No, probably not. But
It could.
it could.
Nintendo's got a lot. I think Nintendo's going to show a lot. And at the end of the day, I think Nintendo's winning the show.
And Matt, remember, this is a realm. This is a safe zone. You
Yeah.
can talk about all your wishes here.
It's true.
I also think we're going to find out more about this this bargain switch that's coming out.
The lower end and the premium switches.
Yeah, the baby switch and the
Oh,
adult
yeah.
switch.
Well, here's the thing: Nintendo has shown time and time again that they are all about releasing lower end models. Like, look at the 2DS,
Yep, kids love it.
and then they released the disc driveless Wii.
Hilariously, I saw a kid playing a 2DS in the airport.
That's because 2DSs are still popping off.
They're indestructible.
They are. Womp womp.
I also watched the dude on the plane next to me play Final Fantasy 9 for about an hour.
Nice.
Good for
On
him.
what?
On the Switch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I finished replaying Final Fantasy VII for the first time in like 20 years on the Switch because it had the 3 times speed and all the other like assist modes.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to A, refresh myself before remake, and B, wonder if it was a lot like Majora's Mask, where the fact that I don't care too much for 7 is because reasons, and then just decades of time apart from it like influence those feelings. Then
What'd
every
you
time
think?
I'm like, no, the story's still fucking dumb. I don't get it. There's a lot of cool moments, but it does not hit the peaks of any of its contemporaries. Like 6, 4, 9, even 10 at times excel.
I gotta say, like 6 and 9 are great, but after like playing 12 again, I think 12 is the superior Final Fantasy.
Which one?
12, I think the Zodiac Age.
Of what era?
Well, of all of them, honestly.
Yeah,
I think
really?
I think 12 is the best written Final Fantasy.
Man, get out here, fool.
Not getting out of here.
Get out here. Get out here
I'm
right
not
now.
getting out of here.
Anyway, that wraps it up because the only other two are Devolver and who even knows what the fuck they're going to do there with their Adult Swim sketches that I love. And then there's Limited Run Games, who is just going to come out and tell me all the different ways they're going to get my money this year. Like, I swear to God, one of the games I've been holding out hope for the most is them doing some super giant deal and releasing Bastion, Transistor, and Pyre
Man.
on physical.
Oh man.
Like, I would actually lose my mind the most if it was like a super massive, super giant trilogy and all 3 games on one.
So are you going to E3 this year?
I am not this year. I could have, but I got approved for San Diego Comic-Con this year, and it's been a while since it's been 5 years since I've been able to go to that.
Okay.
Or maybe not 5, 3+. It's been a while. So I'm going to go to San Diego and I'm going to PAX West. So
Okay, cool. I think
don't
PAX
feel-
is the better. I think PAX is the better, honestly.
I agree. And also with Sony not there this year, like my desire to be there in person has kind of taken a hit.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. Like, Microsoft's not even in the main building anymore. They're on their own separate building across the street. EA is no longer at the conference. Sony's not going to be there. So, I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be awesome stuff, but yeah.
Well, don't worry. If you go on YouTube, they will have a ton of coverage.
Exactly. And I'm going to catch all the conferences. They're all happening when I'm at home. So, works out great. I'm not going to miss anything. I just won't be there to play them all hands-on, but then I will be able to play them at PAX. So it's fine.
Okay.
It's all good. But yeah, that about wraps it up. We had a good show talking about E3. I always love it. And thank you to Sarah for the new logo. Josh, don't forget to send that to me so I can throw it up on everything.
I sent it to the NOLA Nerdcast email.
NOLANerdcast@gmail. It is now in my computer. Oh, you sent me both versions. I love you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right. All right, guys. I'm Matt.
All right, I'm Chris.
And I'm Josh.
And we will see you next week for a post E3 blowout.
Hopefully, everything will still work next weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Bye, guys.